In this tutorial, we're going to talk about the difference between Smart Start Building and pay-for-performance programs. First, maybe a little context. The New Jersey's Clean Energy Program is best described as a portfolio of programs that try and match participating customers' energy efficiency project designs and goals with incentives that help alleviate some of the project costs associated. The program's design tries to take into account not only the business model needs for the customer, but also try to anticipate the internal resources available within each customer type and sector that can be called upon to manage all aspects of the energy efficiency project. These projects range from prescriptive or measure-specific programs, like Smart Start Buildings, to comprehensive incentive programs, like Pay for Performance. Eligibility for these programs is in part determined by contributions to the Societal Benefits Charge, or SBC, and this will show up on utility bills. And the project must also be located within the service territory of at least one of New Jersey's 7 regulated utilities. So, when do you use one program over the other? You can look at a couple of determining factors when comparing Smart Start Buildings versus Pay for Performance. Both programs address both new construction as well as existing buildings. However, there are some points of differentiation once you get past that common theme. So let's start with Smart Start Building prescriptive and custom measures. So prescriptive. Smart Start is designed for those customers that have identified particular lighting and mechanical systems that they would like to upgrade and usually have a limited time frame in which to accomplish these projects. The program allows you to choose measures in an a la carte fashion. The incentives are categorized by measure type, ranging from HVAC units and chillers to gas heating and cooling, lighting and lighting controls, motors, variable frequency drives, and refrigeration measures. You can utilize your own contractor or choose to self-install the project. There are also incentives available for specific food service equipment. Incentives are available and range up to $500,000 per utility account per fiscal year. The other types of measures are custom measures. Now that's for those measures that are being considered by the participant that are new, unique, or innovative, that don't fall into one of the specific prescriptive incentive types, and that meet custom program guidelines. Incentives are evaluated and determined via an incremental cost and energy savings analysis, and incentives are capped at $500,000 per utility account per fiscal year. Now, although this is not something that's a differentiator between the programs, I always like to remind people that they should be mindful of specific program requirements, as some applications within Smart Start require pre-approval. That includes custom and all lighting measures. So let's talk about Pay for Performance. If the customer is looking for a more holistic and long-term approach to their energy efficiency upgrade projects and can meet the increased requirements, there is Pay for Performance. These requirements include a more stringent measurement and verification process compared to Smart Start Buildings, especially as it pertains to the post-installation of energy efficiency measures. Like Smart Start Buildings, P4P also addresses both existing building and new construction markets, but is aimed specifically at larger business entities. So that means typically businesses that have existing buildings that have energy demand consumption in excess of 200 kilowatts in any of the preceding 12 months. Or businesses that have planned new construction, as well as buildings undergoing substantial renovation, with conditioned space of 50,000 square feet or more. The P4P program is based on putting together energy efficiency upgrade project that results in the building, either existing or new construction, meeting certain energy use reduction targets in order to participate. Rather than providing incentives to replace existing equipment with higher efficiency equipment like Smart Start Buildings, P4P is trying to transform the way in which contractors and design professionals consider energy use. The program achieves this by requiring the use of standardized energy simulation software to estimate initial savings, and then encourages building owners and their contractors to continue to measure and verify the facility's energy consumption and savings year after year. Unlike Smart Start Buildings, P4P utilizes a network of contractors or partners that are only able to participate in the program after a vetting and selection process, which utilizes an RFQ, or request for qualification process. These partners then act as energy experts for program participants. They also assist in drafting energy reduction plans, or ERPs, which include a whole building technical analysis, a financial plan for funding the energy efficiency improvements, and a construction schedule for installation. There are some differences between the requirements for existing buildings and newly constructed buildings. So for instance, for P4P existing buildings, the ERP, Energy Reduction Plan, must show the package of efficiency measures will achieve a target reduction of 15% of total building energy consumption. For P4P new construction, the proposed ERP must include a package of energy efficiency measures that achieve the minimum performance target of 5% savings for commercial and industrial buildings and 15% for multifamily buildings compared to the ASHRAE Energy Code, which in this case is 90.1-2013. After installation, the targets are verified by analyzing post-retrofit billing data. P4P has also begun a pilot program that incorporates the Environmental Defense Fund's Investor Confidence Project protocols. The EDF is attempting to roll out these protocols nationwide. This option offers another compliance path for applicants with slightly different incentives. For all P4P projects, incentives are delivered in 3 steps, or different stages of project completion. For example, for an existing building, an application is submitted and reviewed by the program manager. Upon approval of that application, work can begin on the energy reduction plan. Upon approval of the energy reduction plan, the first incentive is then approved. Once the project has been completed, an installation report is submitted listing all installed equipment and including all as-built costs and charges. Once approved, that second incentive is paid. And then after the first 12 months of operation, utility data is gathered and submitted, and if it attains the 15% or greater performance, that third incentive is then paid. A similar process of incentive release is in place for new construction applications. Incentives for P4P can be quite lucrative, amounting to $1 million per electric and gas account per building, with a maximum of up to $2 million per project. And then there's an entity cap of $4 million per year. When determining which is right for your project, keep the following in mind. Take a look at your company's energy use. Does your facility have demand of more or less than 200 kilowatts? If it's over 200 kilowatts, perhaps P4P is the program for you. If under, certainly Smart Start Building or even Direct Install, which you can learn about here on another tutorial on the New Jersey Clean Energy Learning Center. Do you require shorter turnaround times on projects and incentive delivery? Then Smart Start Building might be the correct choice. Are you looking at staged implementation, handling 1 or 2 measure upgrades at a time? Again, Smart Start Buildings may be the correct route for you. Do you have large projects that require additional incentives to be cost effective? Smart Start Building is limited to $500,000 per utility account per year, where Pay for Performance has up to $1 million per account and $2 million per project, and again with that maximum incentive of $4 million per entity per year. Another thing to look at is your overall goals for your facilities and your company. Is a project comprehensive in nature to meet overall company efficiency targets, goals, or programs? Then take a good look at P4P as the solution for you. Are there more technologies in play than are addressed by prescriptive incentives? Then definitely investigate P4P. So, some things to consider when evaluating the incentive programs available through New Jersey's Clean Energy Program. If you have additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're always happy to help.